Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty with your May 2023 Victoria, BC real estate market update. So let's get started. We had 775 sales for the month of May. This is significant as this is the highest number of sales we've had in the last 12 months for any month. So you can say sales have rebounded a bit from the last 12 months when we had some of the lowest sales I've seen in my career. How does this compare to previous May? So last year we had 761 sales, so we're barely above that. The year before we had 1,049 sales. The year before that was the COVID year. We only had 457 sales. And the all-time record for the month of May is 1,289 sales back in 2016. New listings, we had 1,351 new listings. This is down from last year when we had 1,531 listings. The year before we had 1,332. So we're somewhere in a 10-year average for new listings, which is a bit of a head scratcher. I mean, most people predicted with interest rates being so high that we would have way more new listings coming to market as sellers can't keep up with mortgage payments and are forced to sell. And we're simply not really seeing that. We're simply at a 10-year average. Inventory is starting to creep up slowly, but it is starting to creep up. We're at 2,189 active listings. This is up from 1,776 last year, up from 1,450 the year before. Keep in mind, 2020, 2019, we had more active listings than we have right now. And if we go back 10 years to 2013, we had over 4,500 listings on much lower sales numbers back then. So what does this all mean in terms of pricing? Single family home average came in at 1.172 million for the month of May, slightly down from last month, but as you can see, compared to the previous 6 months, single family home prices have definitely trickled up, and now we seem to have plateaued. Maybe we're hitting some sort of affordability threshold. Condos median this past month was 560. Slightly up from the month before. But if you look at the last 5-6 months, condos, I would say, are relatively flat if you cancel out the noise month to month. And this is kind of what I'm seeing on the ground. Single family homes priced between 900,000 and 1.3 million. I have quite a few buyers I'm showing properties to in this segment. Often we're running into bidding wars with 3, 4, 5, 7 offers in this price range. Above 2 million, it's a lot slower. When you look at the condo market, I'm not going to talk about this because 2 days ago I made a very detailed video about the different segments of the condo market, but I think condos are pretty much flat. A lot of people online are commenting this record high in terms of sales in the last 12 months, or the highest number of sales we've had in the last 12 months. Is this a dead cat bounce? And it's a bit tough to read just because there's so many different segments that are performing so differently. It's not like 2 years ago where everything was selling, like entry-level homes, luxury condos. It's a very segmented market right now in terms of what's selling and what's not selling. My prediction going forward for the summer is I think sales are going to slow down a bit. I do feel like sellers are starting to feel the pinch a bit due to the interest rates. And I think now people are starting to realize interest rates may not be coming down anytime soon. We could have these interest rates around 4.5%, 5% for the next 6, 12, 24 months. And I think that might flush out some sellers, which I think is slowly going to lead to slowly higher and higher inventory, but nowhere close to what we had 10 years ago. I don't foresee a market crash anytime soon, but I could see single family home prices leveling out at this point. Condos, depending on the segment, flat or maybe even down a bit as we head into the summer and the fall, but it's certainly going to be very, very interesting. I think the month of June is going to be relatively strong because what I'm seeing on the ground right now is there's still lots of demand. I think we're going to have a very strong first 2 weeks of June. So even if the second 2 weeks of June, things slow down a bit, I think we're still probably going to hit somewhere between 750 and 800 sales for the month of June, which is going to be substantially higher than last year. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.